Screw in. I'm just using 2.5-inch deck screws because that's what I have currently. One, and I'm just going to use 2 to hold this. Do the same thing on the other side. Then do the bottom one. Just like that. We have enough good pieces to screw into with our wheels. We can roll this around. So I am going to attach these real quick and then we will put the wheels on. At that point, once we do all of that, all we'll have to do is go back and add our top here and our top here, which I'm still debating on, but we'll see how it turns out. 2 down, 2 to go. Hey everybody, welcome back to Grit and Grind. So as you can tell from the video, today we have what I want to talk about as an important topic going on with Hart Tools. It wants to go. There we go.
If you like this content, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.
So, you've seen me use these in the past, Hart branded tools. They're a 20-volt system. I have this impact driver, a drill, and then not pictured, but I also have an impact gun, a 1/2-inch impact gun, and a Sawzall. And I really like them. So this brand is sold at Walmart. I'm not sure of any other places that carry them. You can get them online through Amazon or directly through Hart. They also sell hand tools. But today we're going to specifically talk about what's going on with the Hart 20-volt system. So they're battery operated tools. Now, you've seen me use these in a couple of other videos. I really like them. It's a shame what's happening, but we can't ignore what's happening, and you might have seen it going around the internet, but I wanted to do a quick video on this, just to maybe give a little more context to it. So, Hart are actually pretty good tools. Maybe not so much for a contractor, but they are really good tools for around your home. That's why I got them, because they're inexpensive from the other brands like DeWalt's, Milwaukee, Ryobi, any of those. And they do a really good job for basic things around here, and I would consider them homeowner grade. You can get them at Walmart. My local Walmart still has them currently. But announced at the very end of 2025, so about November, December timeframe, their parent company, Tektronic Industries, or shortened to TTI, announced that they are going to discontinue this brand moving forward, which I think is a shame because I do really like their tools. Now, there's a couple of things with that I want to discuss in this video, because nobody seems to know what that means. And even if you look this up on Google, you're also not going to get a straightforward answer. But parent company, TTI, or Tektronic Industries, also owns popular brands that you might be familiar with, which are Milwaukee, Ryobi, plus a couple of other ones. And they've decided that these tools are no longer profitable. So effective January 1st of 2026, and I know I'm late to making this, but effective January 1st, 2026, they're no longer going to be continuing to do anything with this brand. Now, they are retaining the rights to the Hart name, so it is possible they're going to do something with them in the future, but as of right now, they are not going to be making new tools or putting money into this. and neither is any other brand because they're not selling it off to another company. So, what does that mean for the local Walmart sales? Depending on who you ask, and I've seen it in different places here around the US, just based off of forums I'm on Facebook, that Hart is going to discontinue selling in Walmart. Now, other places they already have discontinued, so you can get deep discounts on these tools. My local Walmart, as of 2 weeks ago, still has these. They haven't discounted them, and they haven't put any sale or any indication that they're going away, but I assume that will change as things go on. But we know for a fact that at least for these power tools, not their hand tools, because they do make hand tools, and I have some of them, are going away. And there's not much more information than that. So eventually these will be going away in Walmart. And what does that mean? Well, you won't be able to get the tools, you won't be able to get the batteries. That doesn't necessarily mean that these tools aren't going to be useful. And it doesn't mean that you have to start throwing away everything right this second. But what it does mean is that once these give out, if you don't have any more, then you're not going to be able to get them. Same thing with the batteries. Once the batteries are toast, you're not going to be able to get them. There is some good news to that, however, which is that there are companies, and I'll see if I can find them because you can get them on Amazon, but a Google search will tell you this too, that make adapter plates to go from the Hart to DeWalt batteries as well as Milwaukee batteries. Now, I do not know if they make them for other brands, so I couldn't tell you on that. But in the meantime, I'm less concerned about these tools to stop working, and I am more concerned about the batteries giving out. Now, before that announcement over the summer, I grabbed 2 new batteries, so I should be good for a while. Just because I have multiple tools and I wanted to be able to, not have to use a single battery or 2 batteries just to go around and power all my tools. Sorry about that. My watch wanted to get in on the fun. So you may want to stock up on batteries if you're a consumer that likes these tools. You may want to consider getting an adapter for it so you can go to other tools. But there's really no plans on when everything is going to be discontinued or sold out. So check for discounts if you want these things, get an adapter. That's really about all we know. I'm sure there's going to be more information that's going to come in the few months or in the coming months, but really right now it's up in the air. What does that mean for Walmart's battery tools? Well, there is rumors that these are going to be replaced by Skill or potentially Greenworks tools, but nothing official yet. And again, I haven't seen anything come to replace this brand just yet. And also, TTI has not given an exact time frame on when this will happen or when everything's going to be phased out. Just that in 2026, they're no longer going to be making this because they think it's not profitable. So that does beg the question, what am I going to do with these Hart tools? Well, let's talk about it. Well, I actually like my Hart branded tools, and there's no immediate need to get rid of those right away. So I'm probably going to buy an adapter kit, and what am I going to do? I'm going to phase these out. I'm going to keep these tools until they stop running. I have more batteries for them, so there's no immediate danger here. But what do I think I want to do in the meantime? Because eventually I'm going to not be able to get batteries for these. Yeah, I could keep buying adapter kits, but who knows who's going to want to keep those up. I'm sure there's probably going to be a surge of more companies that get in on this over the coming months just because people have invested time into these tools. So what other things have you seen on the channel? Well, one right there behind me, the Milwaukee grease gun. So I already have M12 tools, but I want to get into the M18 game. The reason is my dad already has M18 tools. I already use those when we're over at the shop or other places. I just didn't get in on it because it was expensive and for how much I initially used these with the little equipment that I kept at my house. The Hart stuff really was good for me. So I had no problem with that. But because that's going away, I have to make a change. So at some point, I am going to get Milwaukee tools. I'm going to start amassing Milwaukee tools, the M18 line, so I can interchange with my dad's stuff and shouldn't really have an issue if we go anywhere. But I'm not in a rush to do that either because, again, these tools are fine. They're working. I just know at some point the support's going to stop, so I have to do something different. I'm also not telling you that this is what you should do. Go find yourself probably a brand that you like. If it's DeWalt, Ryobi, Rigid, whatever you want, that's fine. I just know what works for me and what makes sense for me. So I wanted to give this quick public service announcement just to let you know that this is what's going on. This is what I'm going to do. Let me know when we get more information. If you want me to make a follow-up to this video, I will. I don't know when that's going to be because no other information than what I provided is going to be here. But with that, I hope you like this content. I hope you enjoyed my little public service announcement about the Hart brand tools. I hope you figure out what you want to do if you are a Hart brand user. And if you like this kind of content, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And let me know, what other kind of stuff do you want to see? You kind of know what this channel's about it now. So we got, content with the tractor, we have snow plowing, we have stump grinding, grading work, a little bit of everything, working in the garage, repairing vehicles, whatever needs to be done, I kind of show it off on here. But let me know if that works for you. Let me know what you want to see because I like making stuff for that. There's going to be some videos popping up on your screen now, but don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more content.